Hey guys, this is Jeff Feliciano with Abernathy's Motorcycle in Tennessee. Today's tech tip is going to be how to change a belt on a 2015 Ranger 900. I have my tools laid out right over here. I have a 1/4 inch ratchet, 1/4 inch extension with a 5/16 socket. We have our new belt sitting right over here. We have our owner's manual and our tool bag for our 2015 Ranger 900. And I also have a pry bar that I'm going to use alongside with the rag to pry open my secondary clutch and get the belt out. Now you can change your belt with the vehicle on the ground just as it is. You can pop your bed up, take your cover off, change your belt out. But for today, for camera purposes, we're going to lift the vehicle up, take this back left wheel off, and raise the bed all the way back. Now that we have the vehicle lifted up, the wheel off, and the bed tilted all the way back, we're ready to take our cover off and remove our belt. We have 8 5/16 plastic bolts that go into your cover all the way around the edge, and I got them laid out right here so you can see what they look like. And I got 2 more left, and I'm about to take them off, take my cover off. So now that I got my PVT cover loose, here on my top A-arm I have a grease jerk. And it's kind of difficult to get your cover above the grease jerk, but you have to work with your cover a little bit. And you'll have to pry your plastic up to adjust around the grease jerk, and then your cover will come right on out. This is going to be your secondary clutch. This is going to be your primary clutch. Your secondary clutch has to be spread so that your belt will fall into your sheath, giving you enough slack to work your belt around your clutch. I'm going to take this pry bar along with this rag so I don't mess up the clutch, pry the clutch open, and get my belt out. And it's important to look at your clutch because you have 2 weak points here on your sheath that if you pry on, you can crack. So I'm going to pry it open now. It doesn't take a whole lot of force, but the belt will drop in the sheath when you do it. That should be enough slack. Once you have your belt slacked out, go ahead. You have to pull it over your secondary clutch and turn your clutch at the same time. The whole belt will work loose with the bottom of your belt staying pinched in your clutch. Then all you have to do is push down on your belt and it works right out. Pull it around your primary clutch, and you want to inspect your belt before you put it back on if you're just checking it, or you can go ahead and just replace it with a new one. This belt looks fine. One of the things you want to look for is you want to see if it's real shiny here along the edge. That's going to mean you have a glazed belt. Or obviously you want to check and see if it has any chunks missing or any threads loose on the belt. When you're going to install your new belt, you have your part number here. At the very end of your part number, you have arrows. Your arrows are going to be facing toward your transmission, and you should be able to read your part number when you put it in there. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this one back in here. And the process for installing the belt is just about the same as when you took it off. So I'm going to kind of start my belt, turn my clutch, and you want to get some tension on the belt so that it drops into your sheath. Take my pry bar, my rag, again avoiding my weak spots on my clutch. Give it a nice little pry, and you'll see your belt here on top of your clutch dropping into your clutch. Once you have your belt dropped in there, you rotate your secondary clutch, It goes right in there. Once you have it in there, you want to rotate your clutch till you see your belt come all the way to the top of your sheaths. Once you have your belt dropped in there, you rotate your secondary clutch. It goes right in there. Once you have it in there, you want to rotate your clutch till you see your belt come all the way to the top of your sheaths. Alright. Then you want to install your cover. And it's just as tricky going back on. Again, you just have to avoid this grease jerk. I have 8 of the 5/16 plastic screws I'm going to put back in there. Finger tight at first so you can center your cover, and then you want to tighten them down. Now these bolts you don't want to over tighten because they are just plastic screws, but you want to make them snug enough so that you can seal your PVT cover. Alright, just before we go, after you take it out of a long day, go over a few creeks or anything like that, this red drain plug is just so that you can drain your PVT cover so that you can avoid slipping your belt, burning it, glazing it, anything like that. And once you got your cover on, make sure you don't have any cracks around it and that's sealed tight. We're going to wrap this thing up, put the wheel back on it, pull the bed back down, and put the shock back on it so we can push it all the way down and get out here and test ride this thing. If you guys have any questions, feel free to call 866-542-8058. You can go to abernathycycles.com or visit us at Facebook anytime. Y'all have a good day. Appreciate you guys tuning in.